But first up, your junk drawers. They are overflowing. You don't wear half your closet, and nothing is labeled. You've got to start getting organized, but you don't know where to begin.
Oh, I feel like we're tackling this subject right at the right time for me. Professional organizer Helen Austen is here to help us avoid the top 5 organizing mistakes. There's mistakes.
Well, I know. It's going to be okay. So I'll enlighten you a little. There are a few things.
Approaching the topic, I'm doing an okay job here, but what are the most common organizing mistakes then that we need to be aware of?
First one is really tempting right now because you can go into any store and they are marketing every type of supply or organizing bin or container. And you do not want to buy containers or supplies before you sort and edit a space.
Okay, so I should not go out and just buy those tubs that are on sale for $8.99 or whatever it is.
Yes, you really have to know what to buy. So you need to sort and edit out that space. Editing meaning deciding what doesn't belong there and what needs to leave the house. And then you're going to see the volume of what you're trying to store. You're going to then consider, how do I store it? How do I access it? And that's information you need to know what in the world to actually buy is going to be functional, and you won't waste your money that way as well. That's a good tip right
there. Do you have any tips about editing that? What do we know to keep? What do we know to throw away, or is that really a personal decision upon
It's both, but also you ask yourself, do I love it? And we're starting with emotional because we think emotionally first, and then second is, do I need it? You have to kind of balance those two depending on what it is. Think about, I always say an example is like your plunger. Like, I don't love it, but do you need it? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's really important when you need it. So you have to kind of, and there are obviously things that are much more precious and important to us to kind of balance that out. The next mistake that's really common is that people don't put things back into their home. So we'll go through, organize, everything will have a designated home. And you know, we're busy, and sometimes that extra couple seconds, we just don't put things back, right?
And it's not just the kids, it's the adults too.
I do it too. We all do it. So I have what I call my 1 minute rule. So
what's the 1 minute rule?
If a task is going to take you less than 1 minute, do it then. So this is on multiple things, but also for putting your stuff back, because when you think about it, it's like 5 or 10 seconds, right? And then we don't do it. So when you kind of like strategically remind yourself of that, you're more likely to follow through on it.
Less than a minute, go ahead and get it done.
Exactly. The next mistake is not labeling. And you just, we're going to label you, it sounds like. So maybe we need to arrange that for you. And this is, sorry, you want to buy something? Buy a label maker, okay?
Always wanted a label
maker.
They're
like $20, $30. They're super inexpensive, and this helps communicate to everyone in the house where things go. It also reminds you, if you're the only one, it reminds you where stuff goes. And you can label maker. There are really great clip-on labels now that can go onto all the little cube organizers or things that don't easily attach. You can hang stuff. So there's lots of options. Just choose one and do it.
That's a great idea.
The next thing is having oversized containers for what you're trying to store. I see this a lot with toys and paper.
Oh yes, you just have like the big
and then so if you're digging, it's the wrong size container for you, especially like if you filled this with paper, you're going to hate yourself. You'll never want to mess with it. You'll never do it.
12 reams of paper.
Right, yeah, that's not good. So you want to be strategic in that way. And then last, don't bite off more than you can chew. People really overwhelm themselves very quickly. So I suggest people use an old school timer. Schedule amount of time, like 45 minutes to an hour to work on a space or a small section, one drawer, one cabinet. Don't overwhelm yourself with it. And the old school timer is only because I don't want you to land in phone land. You know how quickly we I even turn off a timer and I'm like, and then I'm like,
on Instagram.
20 minutes later, you know?
Exactly. No, that's a great idea. So real quick, kind of hitting on that idea of doing, so one drawer at a time, rather than doing the pantry, maybe focus on that one drawer.
Or one level, just really just choose one small section. It'll also help you feel more accomplished because it wasn't like you were like, I'm going to do the kitchen today. It's like, no, I'm going to just do this drawer today, and then the next day I'll schedule another time to do another small section so that you're not, defeating yourself.
That seems to be a common trend here at the beginning of the year. It's always small steps. Start out small, and then you get
the SMART goals.
So, but no, that's a great idea, and I tell you what, we have so much junk around the house. We need to do this, and so, but we need to get it first, sort and edit it, and then we get our bins. I need a timer like this, though.
You do. There you go.
And one of these. I just set that. It's going to go off here in a minute. That means our time's up. Sorry, Helen.
Time to label you.
Yes. All right, Helen, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it. Yeah, mix some labels here, too.